Okay, we need to talk about retro game handhelds because I love them. So if you're trying to play maybe some Game Boy games and you don't own a Game Boy Color, as you can see here, this is a modded Game Boy Color with a backlit screen, very fancy. And yeah, obviously you can play physical cartridges, but those are getting quite expensive now, so it's probably easier to pick up something a little bit cheaper that does everything. For instance, the Miyoo Mini Plus. This allows you to play Pokemon, this allows you to play basically anything, all the way up until PS1, and that is absolutely bloody fantastic. It's small, it costs about 60 quid, which I think is well worth it, and yeah, allows you to play a multitude of games, and it's in a very nice kind of Game Boy style form factor, which is brilliant, and this is one of my favourite handheld devices ever. But there's a lot of different options. For instance, one you've been looking at this entire time. This is not a Game Boy Advance. This is actually a Anbernic device, which is absolutely insane. I got this in the brilliant glacier blue color, and this is identical to a Nintendo Game Boy Advance. As you can see, this allows you to play Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance. You probably could play more on it, but I just bought this as a Game Boy Advance emulation device. But yeah, as you can see, this is absolutely gorgeous and is possibly my third favorite handheld. We'll go through. We've got 4 to look at today. So yes, this is the RG34XX, and if you can find these on AliExpress or Lit NXT, maybe even Droix, these are well worth picking up because, I mean, just look at this. It's even got like a filter on here, so when you're playing Pokemon, that kind of thing, it definitely has that similar look to the screen, and I just think it's absolutely beautiful. Even the little start and select buttons have that similar feel, but you probably didn't notice there's even an X and a Y button here, which are very well hidden. And I think that is absolutely fantastic because they blend straight in. So you could pass this off as a real device, and I love that. But yeah, this is one of my favorites. But let's say you want to go a little bit bigger. So we have the Miyoo Mini, we have the RG34XX, but we also can pick ourselves up something a little bit more powerful. This is the RG Cube, and this is going to allow you to play GameCube, Dreamcast, we got an N64 on here, even PS2 runs on this quite nicely, and yeah, it's just a nice compact 4x3 handheld that allows you to play those 4x3 games in a native resolution. It's also got these fun light up joysticks here, which I think you can turn off in the settings. This one's got, I've kind of beaten this one up a bit, but it's got a kind of a creamy white look to it. It's okay. This is definitely not my favorite. I would say this is my least favorite out of all of these. But for specific use cases, it's great. So for instance, if I wanted to play some Mario Kart on here, you definitely could do that. And it runs, I think, 1 to 2x resolution, and it just is quite nice. And I think it looks really nice on here, as you can see. I'll try and hold this up a little bit. I'm still getting used to this new camera setup, so I'm sorry, this is all upside down to me right now. But as you can see, yeah, you can play Mario Kart on here absolutely fine, and it runs pretty damn flawlessly, I would have said. Plus, it just looks nice. I think the screen on this is really good. It's nice and bright. And yeah, you can have quite a lot of fun on this. How do I fire? I've forgotten how to fire. It's been a while since I've played Double Dash. Oh, God. Okay, right. I'm just going to be playing Double Dash. Right, we're going to stop that. I don't want to... But yeah, performance on here is fantastic. I was getting 60 FPS, 100%, and yeah, brilliant. So obviously these are Anbernic devices, so you've got the Anbernic here, and you've also got another Anbernic here. But we are going to step away from these, because these are a dime a dozen. You can find these bloody everywhere now. Anbernic is so popular in the retro handheld space. It's insane. And I'll be leaving a link in the description below to these different consoles. But yeah, this is definitely my least favorite. It's not bad at all. I think it's fantastic, but we got some good ones, okay? Before we get to my personal favorite, of course, you could just go out and buy a Steam Deck. A Steam Deck is going to allow you to play basically every system up onto a Nintendo Switch. Highly recommend it. As you can see, I've got an OLED model here with one of those kind of screen protectors that just makes it a little bit more matte, which is nice. But yeah, this N64, Super Nintendo, basically everything. Now, of course, you are going to be paying a premium buying something like this, but if you want all of your games to work, this is the way to go. And it's also got such a nice screen. We can even jump into my recently played here. And you can see here we've even got little demos of the games where you can scrape them and everything else. This is currently using Retro Deck Retro Deck, right? Which is a brilliant program and quite easy to set up. So I've got obviously Wii on here, Mario Kart Wii. We've got Ford Racing, one of my favorite games. Barnyard, GTA Vice City Stories, PS1, Colin McRae 2.0, Driver. DS is fantastic on here as well. And even 3DS runs really well. So if I was to jump into one of my... I bloody love this game. If I was to jump into, let's say, Dog's Life on the PS2, which is such a bloody hidden gem. I love Dog's Life. It's so damn good. We can load the state, jump straight back into where I was previously. And yeah, it just almost got hit by a bloody ice cream truck. Right, you bastard. I'm just going to bark at him very loudly. I'm very upset with you, good sir. Hang on. Can I take a shit on the floor? No, I can't. Right. Hang on. There's a way. There's a way. Hang on. If I go in here and then go to there and I can poo. Yes. Left, right, down. Okay. Left, right, down. Can I jump onto his truck? No. Jump. Jump on. I'm getting distracted. Left, right, down. Sorry. I'll turn this off. Okay. He said croissant. Right. So yes, Steam Deck is an option and bloody fantastic. If you want a great handheld device that plays everything, Steam Deck is the way to go. But if you want something that's a little bit cheaper, I mean, these go for around £500 to £600, then there is an option. That's your phone. Yes, everyone has a... No, I'm not going to do that because emulating on phone, while easy, also is terrible unless you have a controller and then it's weight on top of it by having it on one of those grips, and just don't recommend that. You want to pick yourself up one of these. This is the Retroid Pocket 5. It is a Retroid, isn't it? Yes. This is the Retroid Pocket. They all have so many names. Look, it's hard to keep up, but this is amazing and can play basically anything you throw at it. Let's jump back into the PS2 emulator and let's go down here. We can jump straight into Dog's Life. Again, a hidden gem that everyone should play. And as you can see, it's loading up absolutely fine. You've even got the ability to load state, stuff like that. And yeah, it's just gonna work, right? It's great. And comparing this to the Steam Deck, it's kind of, yeah, it's night and day. This does have a grip that they sell separately, which I picked up as well because I find that the ergonomics are okay. They're definitely better than some systems, but yeah, the ergonomics on this are really nice with this grip. But this is going to allow you to play PS2. It's also going to allow you to play stuff like, oh, hang on, Melon DS. If you load this up, let's load up some Elf Bowling. There you go, the game that everyone wants to play. And you can even see I've got retro achievements turned on this. And as you can see, I can play... you can play elf bowling to your heart's content. And yeah, as you can see, I can even change the orientation of the game. So I can be like, I want to fire here. That's a gutter ball. I fell dismally. That's awful. And as you can see, it runs just flawlessly on here. DS, 3DS, Nintendo Switch I think they've got that working on here. I might be wrong. I know that PS3 emulation's kind of early days at the moment. You've got RetroArch, obviously. And of course, this can also play all of your Android games as well. But let's jump into Banjo Kazooie. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, wait a minute, why is that the Mario 64 music? Well, this is Banjo Kazooie Nostalgia 64. This is a brand new free game that you can patch your Banjo Kazooie file with, and it allows Banjo to go into all of the different Nintendo 64 games, which is insane. So this is a modified version of what's it called? Bomb Bomb Fields? The first level, basically, of Mario 64. This is where the Chain Chomp is, right? This is where the Chain Chomp hangs out normally. But this is a full... and I'll leave a link as well to this, because I know people will probably see it and be like, oh, I want to play that. It's really good. It's highly well made. It's absolutely fantastic. But that's not it. I'm going to get distracted by playing Banjo. You can play Dolphin. You can play... just PS2. Honestly, just so much here. We can play one of the best video games ever made. We can play Bad Boys 2 on the GameCube. Literally one of the best video games ever made. I'm kidding. It's not. Although I did enjoy it as a kid. I was an idiot. But yeah, as you can see here, I can play some Bad Boys 2. And we can just load that up. And you see how quick this is as well. The screen, by the way, on here is an OLED, which is absolutely stunning. The blacks on this is why I bought a black one, because literally you can't see while playing the difference between the screen and the border. Okay, I'm going to turn this down because I think this is licensed. We're going to start a new game. Let's jump in here. I'll hold it up a bit so you can see. We don't need a tutorial. Who needs a tutorial? We know how to... I've clicked on the tutorial by accident. That's my bad. But yeah, this is just great. Now, this does cost quite a bit. It costs about 230, I think, pounds. So definitely the one to go for here. If you're on a budget, most likely would be the... Oh, hang on. Oh, it's inverted. It's inverted. Oh, God. Why? Why is it inverted? Oh, it's terrible. Right, okay. We're just going to... we're going to leave that because I'm going to throw up. Right. God, I hated games back then. They had to be inverted. Why? This bloody key light is so bright. Look at it. Okay, we'll just leave it like that. So yeah, definitely the one to go for here if you're wanting to play just your Game Boy, PS1, your earlier consoles. This is a fantastic option. This Miyoo Mini, not only does it allow you to play all of those, but it also has a really nice little feature. Hang on, if you press this middle button, you can go through and jump straight back in. I think this is custom firmware on OS. And this will allow you to literally jump straight back in to any game that you've been playing in months. Like, there's games on here that my friend Tom was playing, and he hasn't had this thing in about a year. And you can literally, if I was to jump back into... let's see, Gran Turismo, Driver. That is insane. That is just mind-blowing that you're able to just jump straight back in to a game that quickly that you haven't played for months. So this, by the way, this is only on this device. I don't think any of the devices I've shown today have this feature. For like 60 quid, you probably better get it cheaper. The Miyoo Mini Plus, amazing. And they've stopped selling the Miyoo Mini now, I think. The Miyoo Mini Plus, I think they're still making. So that would be my number 2. This is my number 1. The Retroid is, yeah, it is a Retroid, isn't it? Hang on. Yeah, it's a Retroid Pocket. Okay, I always get mixed up on the names. This would be my number 1. The Miyoo Mini would come in at number 2. The Gameboy Advance RG34XX comes in at third place. And then, actually, no, my number 1's the Steam Deck. This is my number 1. This is my number 1. And then my number 4 would be the RG Cube. And as you can see, just absolutely beautiful devices that I love dearly. And they all do the same thing, but differently. And that's all that matters. By the way, it's actually gotten slightly warm playing Pokemon Emerald here. It's just been looping the intro. But yeah, this is on full brightness. But God, the screen on this is gorgeous. I love it so much. I might have to I'm going to do like a thumbnail. So I'm going to move these all around for that. But anyway, what's your favorite? I want to hear down below. Comment down below. Tell me. Leave a like. Anyway, I love each and every single one of you. Thank you, Amiibo Yoshi. You're the best in the world. But until next time, and you also comment down below, what do you think of my new setup? You think it's cool? I hopefully, otherwise I've wasted a lot of money. Right, bye!